So HEX inflates yearly at 3.69%. And every day, a certain percentage of that is paid out to people who are staked. And so it's a finite amount of HEX that's distributed to the stakers every single day. And so the amount that you get is relative to the number of people or the amount of HEX that's also staked. So the way it works out with as HEX inflates every single day, on average, if you have a stake length, that's the average stake length, you're earning 38% APY when you calculate how much you get relative to the principal that you put in. So long story short, 38% is really high. And the reason we can, that's sustainable is because it's paid out via inflation. It's new coins minted out of thin air, which means like there is no problem with sustainability. But if more people stake or more people stake longer, then that goes down. If people start exiting the pool and don't restake, then that will go up. So it's a dynamic APY relative to the number of people that are participating.
Boom. Yeah, there's been a lot of 38%, 25%, a lot of questions. And Jerry has asked me before, local HEX we do meetups and stuff. What would be good on stickers? What would you want to put? All this stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know. I feel awkward talking about it because it's really hard to gauge what is the right number for, everyone, right? 38% sounds good. 47% sounds good. 57% sounds good.
It's like a 7-year stake basically that you have to do to get 38%. And that's a long time. Like that's a long time for a new person who's just introduced to HEX. Right. Like, why would I lock up my coins for 7 years? Like, later on,
crazy
learn about it. Yeah, exactly. Once you learn about it, you're like, okay, I see what's going on here. Then it's like, oh yeah, okay, 5. But for a new person to get 38%, like that's a pretty big commitment.
Yeah. And it's more probably, I think most people, if they're going to walk up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, what that's 10, 15, 20%, 25 at most, I would say, unless they're really going down the stretch for 10-year stakes. So.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of, it's not just APY, you get the in-stake penalties, all that stuff too. That's a question too. Maybe not a lot of people they've heard of it. Maybe they're aware, but maybe they're not. But 10-year versus 15-year. Richard talked about this a little bit. I think the only benefit in 15-year is you're getting the extra in-stake penalties and you're holding onto the T-shares for 5 extra years. But you're not getting more T-shares between the 10 and 15, right? Like, is there anything different about it? Am I missing anything with that?
I mean, no, that's about right. I mean, the idea is that the main incentive from going from a 10-year to a Quattrocinco stake is going to be purely on preserving the T-share rate. Because if you do a 10-year stake and then bump up to a Quattrocinco, you're adding an extra 33%. So 33% of your time that you're going to be staked up is going to have the better T-share rate, already locked in. So that's basically it. Plus, if you Quattrocinco it, then you might, if you ever have to sell to the ICOSA contract, you get a little extra ICOSA with it too.
That's the extra point I was looking for there at their GIF. Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why the average HSI is 13 plus years, right? I mean, that's insane. I mean, that's just an amazing. I'm not going to go down the whole Hedron thing again. I'm always just talking up Hedron, but I'm just saying, these products are really helping make HEX so much more rare, that locking in the T-share rates that we're seeing today for way down the road is going to be massive. It's going to be massive for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's putting it in the context of T-share preservation, and then understanding how fast that T-share rate can ratchet away from you, both in HEX terms and in dollar terms. 5 years is a long time to preserve today's 5 extra years is a long time to preserve today's extra T-share rates, because in 10 years, you're not going to be even to get close to what we're getting today, theoretically.
Yeah, wait till that average stake length is 10 years.
Yeah. I mean,
it seems like it's trending in the right direction right now.
As I've thought about HEX and spent more time with it, really, I don't want to be staking unless I'm doing 15-year stakes. The ideal situation is to position yourself where you're only making 15-year stakes because you're maximizing the value of the system, right? If you're doing anything less than 15 years, you're leaving some money on the table. Now, the trade-off for that is less time to realize those gains and that profit, which is a personal decision to make. But I've been going about this where like I want to be able to be in a position where anytime I make a hex stake, it's always a Quattro Cinco stake. And one important part of that is having a ladder set up first, right? Like me just saying the best way to participate is by staking 15 years every time. There are some assumptions there or presuppositions there that you're in a financial place where whatever money you're putting away, you don't need for 15 years. And so like you first have to position yourself to be able to do every single stake for 15 years. But that's kind of where I've been at with the hex system lately.